Emotional city for me because my family is here, I've grown up here. But let's be real. Do you think that there's a lot that's amiss in a city like Chennai, that a lot needs to be done?
Yes, Chennai does have a long way to go. But in the 20 years that I've been here, it has also come a very, very long way.
When I came to Chennai, it was dirty, stinky Madras. Right? I think the corporation has done a fabulous job over the years in cleaning up the city, making the city more cleaner, greener.
What do you think Chennai needs to do to become, a world-class city?
I think a lot of things that happens here in Chennai is maybe not at the pace at which perhaps it needs to happen. We need to speeden it up a little bit. I think we have a lot of possibilities. For example, I'd just like to quote the beach. We have the longest beach in India and the second longest beach in the world. I wish we did more with it, and we can do wonders with it.
Do you think Chennai is a young city? Very often when you talk about Bangalore, it's considered to be a very happening city where, all the youngsters want to go. Do you think there's that similar perception of Chennai, or, it's got a more traditional feel to it?
80% of Bangalore, the partying crowd, the going out, the young socializing crowd, most of them they've migrated from other cities into Bangalore, right? So they don't have a parental supervision as compared to Chennai, where most of us are living with our parents. So there is this mind block here that what will people say? Oh, you can't go out, you're a woman. If I personally accept something and I think, oh, it's okay, we can do it, but I would still never voice it out because of the fear of, being shunned by society, or people are going to say I'm, stuff like that.
See, there's a lot of activism really in the city to make it better and bigger. So do you think there's something that, the administration, the government really needs to work on when it comes to Chennai?
Well, for starters, I think one of our fundamental problems is this philosophy of we're looking to the future, but the people who are doing the looking are somewhat short-sighted due to age, and they don't quite have the vision to see it. We need to have a slightly more future-proof frame of reference. But I think one of the fundamental problems that we have is that we don't think about tourism as a sort of 360-degree thing. We think of tourism as, see, if you want to buy a sari or you want to see a temple, you come to Chennai. And it's like, wait. Beaches, there's like 100 reasons to come to Chennai.
Yeah.
It's not just like 3 things that you focus on that doesn't actually get you any revenue to begin with.
Chennai in a lot of way becomes followers for everything that happens, whether it's a fashion trend, whether it's anything that you do. I think it is high time that we shift gears and move into a space where we set trends.
The people who make the decisions today are not really going to live with the consequences 10 years from now, or 15 years from now, or 30 years from now.
There are a lot of things put in place, right? There are mechanisms, there are apps, there is an infrastructure which is being built. But who wants it, who yearns for it, is not aware of it.
Everyone's very, very deeply rooted to their tradition and culture. Does it, however, come in the way of development?
We lose focus of the larger picture, the name of culture. A small thing, if you go and look for a house in Chennai, are you a Brahmin? Do you eat meat?
Does that still happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are living in together. Oh, sorry, we don't give houses like that.
Women's safety, is that a concern in Chennai, or do you think largely the city is safe?
I feel the city is safe because I've lived in Bombay, I've lived in Delhi, and I do work late nights and I go back home on my own most of the times. And Chennai, that way, very safe. Again, like the women's wings are clipped, right? You love her so much, you want to protect women, and you care so much about, you respect them so much that you clip their wings, make them sit at home, and then boom. So don't go out after 6. We love you, we respect you, we want you to be fine. So I'm going to lock you up inside the house.
Vivek, one single thing that you'd like the next government to focus on when it comes to Chennai?
Please, for heaven's sake, stop giving freebies. The work culture used to be something else. It has deteriorated like nobody's business because they don't have fear of losing their jobs, because they know that even if they lose their jobs, there is someone to give them money because they want a vote.
So Chitra, what about you? What is the one thing you want, the next government to focus on in Chennai?
Reduce, reuse and recycle.
Kerry, finally to you. The issue that you feel that the government should focus on next?
Making things easier for small businesses, I think, is a fundamental requirement. Yeah. So now what happens is you have what I like to think of as a top-down corruption system, where it's not the guy on the street that's trying to con you. It's the guy at the top that's trying to con you, and because he gets away with it, the guy below him will get away with it, and the guy below, and the guy below, and the guy below, and then the guy on the street will try to con you.
I think accountability, efficiency is perhaps the most important thing on that list that we need to add, whoever comes into power.
I think all of you have made some very, very interesting points. Let's hope people up there are listening. Carrie, Vivek, Suchitra, thank you so much for joining us here.